Welcome to Live Interactive English. Hello, everyone. I am Mike.
Hello, everyone. I am Winnie. And today, we have our article named Pepper X, the world's hottest chili.
I'm scared.
Why? Why are you scared?
I will probably start sweating just thinking about this chili.
How are you?
I have an incredible ability to feel hot and spicy without having anything hot and spicy in my mouth. So this would terrify me. I would rather go swimming with hungry sharks than eat a Pepper X world's hottest chili, whatever the heck that is. My body would be very upset. Are you okay with I like spicy food, the idea.
Yeah.
But my body just can't handle it. How about you?
Okay, well, in all fairness, I agree. Pepper X sounds super scary. Anytime something has X in it, I'm very cautious
That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah.
So, little fun fact, I used to love eating so much spice to the point where my tongue couldn't actually taste like you know, bulldog ramen?
Okay.
Like it was spicy, but I could eat it. And it got to the point where I was starting to get stomach issues.
I've heard of people who eat such spicy food that it kind of burns your tongue. I had a friend who lived in India for a year and he ate a lot of spicy curry. Came home. What was the first thing he's like, oh, I'd love to have a hamburger because you don't eat beef.
Exactly.
In India, he went out, had a bite of the hamburger, couldn't taste it.
Yeah. Yep.
He couldn't. His tongue didn't work anymore.
Yeah. Bye bye taste buds.
That's a real thing.
It's a real thing, and I actually had to. I now actually have cut out chilies.
Oh, really?
Cut out spicy because I felt it. I felt it in my stomach.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, that makes me nervous because if someone shows up today with a Pepper X, I guess I'm the one who has to eat it.
You gotta
and that
do
will be a
it.
bad day for Mike.
Yeah.
So let's find out about the world's hottest chili, what it is, why it is, who made it, and why did they make it. It just sounds like a bad idea. And I think we'll have a bit of information about how all of this works, because it's kind of interesting how your body thinks it's burning up on fire when it's just a little chili pepper.
You're sweating, tears streaming down your cheeks. Your mouth is on fire, and the pain won't go away, no matter how much milk you drink. You've just eaten Pepper X, the hottest chili in the whole world. Just how on earth can anything be that spicy? I was feeling the heat for 3.5 hours. Then the cramps came. Those cramps are horrible. That's the voice of Ed Curry, the creator of Pepper X, describing the first time he tasted his invention.
All right, so Pepper X, I guess that's the name of this scary chili.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to be talking about. It's the world's hottest chili. Now, this is kind of confusing for people, right? Sometimes in English, we have these words and they mean weird, different things. When you think of pepper, sometimes people might think, you know, salt and pepper. The white stuff and the black stuff, you put it on your food. It's not spicy. It might make you sneeze.
Yeah.
But when we say pepper, we actually talk about a whole kind of family of vegetables.
Exactly.
And spices.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. The pepper I'm talking about, black pepper, that's not a vegetable, but these ones, they are.
Yes, exactly. So when we're talking about Pepper X, for example, we're talking about like a spicy tasting vegetable. But usually when you say vegetable, you're kind of thinking like leafy greens.
Ooh, carrots.
Carrot,
onions.
cucumber.
Sure.
But, you know, we have this family of peppers like a bell pepper or a capsicum for some of you. So we've got, you know, gorgeous yellow ones, orange ones, red ones, green ones. And in this case, it's a small, tiny red or green one. And it's super, super spicy. Fun fact.
Yes.
The actual pepper itself is not spicy. It is actually the seeds that are inside that are spicy. So if you little kitchen hack, if you want a little spice but not too much, you can just get rid of the seeds.
That's right. You can just cut them open, scrape those seeds out, and also the white stuff.
Yeah.
That's sometimes in with this that kind of hold the seeds onto the colorful meat or flesh of the vegetable to scrape all those those seeds off. And yes, you will save your mouth a whole lot of trouble.
Exactly. And so that's basically what we're talking about when we say pepper. So for example, you could say the red pepper in the salad was fresh.
Oh, okay. And
So,
that pepper is not usually spicy.
Exactly.
Right? Yes, absolutely. Okay, so let's create a scene here. I think if you've ever had, Thai food, kinds of Indian food, mala, things like that, you'll understand. You're sweating. Tears streaming down your cheeks. Your mouth is on fire, and the pain won't go away no matter how much milk you drink.
That's just a regular Tuesday, huh?
That sounds like a bad day in my stomach. And yes, this is going to make you sweat. And when you are sweating, that means water is coming out of these tiny little holes in your skin. You're hot, you're exercising, your body is working hard, or maybe you just ate a really spicy pepper. When you sweat, this is a natural thing. The fancy medical word would be perspire. I am perspiring, but most people would say I'm sweating because I was running outside in the sun. And of course, this is a way for your body to cool down by producing water. The water takes the heat away and your body will eventually feel cooler. Another thing is we also call that water sweat. I have sweat on my head because I am sweating. Like our friend Gregory, it says Gregory was sweating heavily after running in the sun. Yeah, absolutely. That is also why it's important, of course, to drink water when you're working out or doing things when you're sweating a lot because you're losing water. So it's keeping your body cool, but also drying you out.
Right.
It also happens when you're eating peppers.
Yes, exactly. So continuing on.
Yes.
You've just eaten Pepper X.
Why?
The hottest chili in the world.
Why did I do
In the
this?
whole world.
Really?
Yes. So I thought it was, what was it called? The ghost pepper?
Ghost peppers. Yes, I've heard of those.
Yeah, which is already scary.
Okay.
Okay, but this time it's Pepper X.
Pepper X.
The hottest chili in the whole world.
Why?
Just how on earth can anything be that spicy? You know who we can ask?
Who's that?
Hanny the Spice Master.
Ooh, she's a spicy lady.
She is a spicy lady, and she's got all the answer for all things spicy.
Let's go and find out what she has to tell us.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天的课文要介绍地表最辣的辣椒 X 辣椒。吃到这种辣椒会浑身冒汗，泪水流不停，不管喝多少牛奶，嘴里的灼热感都不会消失。世界上到底怎么会有这么辣的东西呢？我们先来看单字 pepper。这个名词它可以指辣椒、甜椒或胡椒，这是包含辣椒属及胡椒科植物的意思。那老师们这时候分享一个厨房妙招，刮掉辣椒籽可以降低辣度。那老师说的 hack， 它可以指快速解决问题的技法策略，或是指好的建议。还有提到 scrape 这个动词表示刮或是擦的意思。下一个单字 sweat 当动词表示流汗出汗。Mike 老师用到一个比较正式的字叫 perspire， 它也可以指流汗出汗。那这边有个重点是 on earth 表示到底究竟，它接在 why how、what、where 等等疑问词的后面，用来加强语气。像 Why on earth did you do that？ 你到底为什么要那样做呢？好，那我们继续回到课文中。
Thank you so much, Hanny. That wasn't too bad. It wasn't too spicy talking to her.
No, that wasn't too bad, but thinking about eating Pepper X has made me a little scared. I think that description at the beginning of our article was perfect to give you the feeling. Now, luckily, that wasn't me. It wasn't you. This is not our real experience, but it is someone. So let's find out from that person. This is them talking. I was feeling the heat for 3.5 hours. Spicy mouth for 3.5 hours. They weren't eating peppers that whole time. They ate the pepper once at the beginning. And then 3.5 hours later, it's still spicy. And that's not the worst. Then the cramps came. Oh, your stomach is squeezing like you've eaten bad food or you're sick. That kind of thing. Very uncomfortable and painful. Then the cramps came. Those cramps are horrible. So much worse maybe than being sick or eating some bad food. And this is something this person chooses to do. It's not a bad accident. They did it on purpose. And they want to do it to you too. Because, as it says, that's the voice of Ed Curry, the creator of Pepper X, describing the first time he tasted his invention.
Sorry, my face is in a permanent frown right now because
I'm just starting to sweat.
Yeah, me too. I mean, come on, you guys.
Ed, What are you doing, man?
What are we doing? He said he tasted his own invention, but this is scary.
Well, he does this. This happens to him, and then he thinks, I'm going to sell this to the whole world. My horrible invention is going to make everyone feel as horrible as I do right now. Thanks, Ed.
Thanks, Ed. And speaking of horrible, you know what was horrible? This idea. And of course, horrible means really bad.
That's all.
Okay, Ed? So, for example, you could say, I have had a horrible headache all afternoon. Oh, this person must have eaten pepper X.
Horrible, terrible, awful, really, really, really bad. Yes.
That is so scary. It kind of sounds like he was describing the synopsis of a horror film.
Yeah, or just a really bad sickness that he had to go to the hospital to get help with.
Exactly.
Not something he puts on his pizza.
Well,
weirdo.
you know who isn't horrible?
Who's that?
Hanny.
She's the opposite.
She's amazing.
Wonderful.
Spectacular.
Magnificent.
Great.
Super duper.
X 辣椒的培育者 Ed Curry， 他亲身尝试这种辣椒时，他感觉那一股辣劲啊，持续了3个半小时。那随之而来是很可怕的抽筋。Horrible 就是形容很可怕，那种很糟糕的、令人不快的、可怕的或是恐怖的。Winnie 老师聊到恐怖片的剧情的时候，他有提到 synopsis。那这个字它表示概要，像电影、书籍等等的概要。我们接回课文中。
Okay, guys, that's the first part of our article. Let's take a break and cool down. Have a nice glass of cold milk or ice water, whatever you want, because the second part of the article is coming up, and it's going to be hot, hot, hot. So come back and join us.
Pepper X measures an average of 2.693 million Scoville heat units, SHU. For comparison, bird's eye chilies, used in lots of Southeast Asian cuisines, average between 50,000 and 100,000 SHU. Chilies get their spiciness from a substance called capsaicin. The more capsaicin a chili contains, the hotter it will be. To create Pepper X, Curry needed to pack as much capsaicin into it as he could. He did this by crossbreeding an unknown chili with the Carolina Reaper, formerly the hottest chili in the world. The result is something few people can handle. So don't blame yourself for sweating, crying, and desperately drinking milk. There's no shame in losing to Pepper X.
All right, welcome back from the break. Before the break, we learned about Pepper X.
Yes.
The world's hottest chili.
Yes,
okay?
That's right. Created by an evil man named Ed Curry.
Maybe his last name kind of is a little...
like Indian curry.
Yeah.
Like
maybe
that.
That's where he got his evil genius from.
It could.
Because
it could be.
He developed kind of a weapon in terms of the world's hottest chili. Okay, we're talking 3 hours after eating it, you're still feeling it. Okay, you're sweating, and you are getting stomach cramps.
Yes,
people.
Exactly. But that's Ed, and Ed has probably eaten many spicy things and likes them. I might end up in the hospital thinking I'm dying if I ate it. Now, that's one of the problems with spicy is everyone is different. Some people like it, some people hate it, some people get used to it, some people just can never handle it. Well, the good news is there's actually a way of measuring how spicy something is. So you can ask, and if you kind of know, well, I like this, so I don't think I'll like that, that can definitely help you avoid problems and making mistakes like eating a Pepper X. So what exactly are we talking about here? What is the power of the Pepper X? Well, we can tell you. It says Pepper X measures an average of 2.693 million Scoville heat units. Scoville heat units, also known as SHU.
Did you say million? I must have misheard you.
2.693, so almost 2.7 million Scoville heat units. Right? So that's a big number, right? 2.7 million.
This is to clean like machinery, right? This is like a cleaning agent.
You could use it as a weapon and attack your enemies. I don't know exactly why people make it, but they do. But to give you an idea, so that's around 2.7 million Scoville heat units, right? For comparison, bird's eye chilies, those
Ooh,
little red
hot.
ones that you can find in the supermarket here.
Yeah.
Used in lots of Southeast Asian cuisines, Thai food,
Right.
things like that. Average between 50,000 and 100,000 SHU. Remember, this is 2.7 million SHU. So that's a comparison. Another one I would make is, I think, you know that popular Tabasco sauce, that red thing, they find it in restaurants. You put it on. That's around 50 or 100,000. So that's a comparison. Now, a comparison is when we compare things. That's the verb. Here's this thing. Here's this thing. They're similar, but they're different. How are they different? When you're in a store and you're trying to buy things, well, let's see the price. I can make a comparison there, the color, the size, how comfortable it is. And then, of course, when I look at all these things, when I make my comparisons or compare them, eventually I will decide this one. That's what you do. So a comparison just kind of shows us how two things are similar or different by looking at other values. For example, in comparison, the items in this store are better value. Okay, so might be a little more expensive, but they might last a lot longer.
Right.
Something like
So
that.
if you think like a bird's eye chili is spicy,
50 to 100,000.
but in comparison to, you know, like the pepper X, that's just a little sprinkle of black
Nothing.
pepper.
That
It's
is
nothing.
nothing.
It's a drop in the ocean.
Exactly.
That is really terrifying, Mike.
It is extremely terrifying, and I would never even want to be near one. I think just looking at it would make my mouth explode with fire.
Well, I mean, we could probably smell it from a mile away.
Yeah, you probably could, and then you would go, why did I smell it from a mile away?
Well, you know who we should protect from
Who's
this
that?
pepper X?
Who's that?
Hanny.
Okay, I think she can handle her spice.
Maybe.
But yes, we want to make sure.
I want to protect her though, Mike.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, we need her. We need you, Hanny.
We need her mouth to work to explain all the wonderful things she's about to explain now.
课文提到 X 辣椒的平均辣度有200多万个史高维尔辣度单位，相较之下，广泛用在东南亚料理的鸟眼辣椒平均辣度大约是5万到10万。好，那么单字 comparison 这个名词就表示比较或是对照。我们直接滑课文中。
All right, so this is really interesting and helpful. We've already learned about Scoville heat units. People often talk about the Scoville number or something like that. So as long as you hear Scoville and people are talking about peppers, you know they're talking about how hot it is. Now, here's an interesting thing, though. Why? Why does this food make your mouth feel like it's on fire, right? Bananas don't do that. Chicken doesn't do that. So what exactly is going on in these special vegetables that we call peppers to make your mouth explode with fire, heat, and pain?
Well, I'm glad you asked,
Well, I
Mike.
think you might have an answer
I
for
do.
me. You seem very prepared.
I am. I'm very prepared because
Okay.
I haven't had a pepper X.
Explain, please.
Okay, we've got chilies get their spiciness from a substance called capsaicin. So they're the culprit.
Okay, capsaicin. Got it.
Yeah. The more capsaicin a chili contains, the hotter it will be.
Okay.
Okay. So we also have this word substance, okay, our noun. It just means a kind of material or the stuff that something is made of. Okay, it's basically a way of saying this is what this thing is made of. In this case, we're talking about the chilies. They are made with capsaicin.
Capsaicin.
Yeah,
okay.
it's got a nice little roll off the tongue.
All right,
Yeah.
so if it's got a high Scoville number, it's got a lot more capsaicin
Capsaicin.
than other things.
Yeah,
Got it.
exactly. So, for example, you could say the cleaning product contains some dangerous substances. So you could expect some of these things to not be so good for you
Oh, okay.
when you're cleaning. Well, that's why you got to wear gloves. You got to wear protective eye goggles.
Interesting.
Maybe also when you're handling pepper X.
That you definitely do that. I've seen chefs, and they'll also use like an oxygen mask or a filter, because even if you breathe it in,
It could be dangerous.
make you feel super spicy. And that is not good. So how did this all come about? Well, it says to create pepper X, Curry needed to pack as much capsaicin into it as he could. He is pushing and shoving and cramming and packing that capsaicin
He's scary.
into there. Of course, this is a plant, so he can't actually do that.
No.
He has to grow it in that way.
Right.
So how does this crazy evil farmer do it? He did this by crossbreeding an unknown chili with the Carolina Reaper, formerly the hottest chili in the world.
Okay, so in that sentence, we had hottest chili in the world. And you know what scared me the most, though?
What's that?
The unknown chili part.
The unknown chili. Yeah, that is kind of strange.
What does he have access to?
I have no idea. Maybe some kind of crazy government secret chemical from a science experiment.
Scary.
But yes, this is what he's doing. And this, of course, is how we make new plants, new flowers, new vegetables. You take something else, you kind of put them together, and eventually you get something slightly different from the other two. So he just decided, hey, this is the hottest pepper. I'm going to upgrade it. I'm going to make it hotter because I have nothing else to do. There's nothing on TV, so I have to create the world's hottest pepper today.
Ed, I have a question. I'm just this is everyone else. You don't have to listen.
You,
Ed, this is you. Who hurt you, honey? who did this to you? Okay, why are you doing this?
You're trying to punish us for something we did.
Seriously, I'm scared he's going to release it in the world. Okay, well, continuing on. You want to know what the result is?
People going to the hospital thinking that they're dying?
Well.
Okay.
The result is something few people can handle.
Wonderful.
So don't blame yourself for sweating, crying, and desperately drinking milk.
Oh my gosh.
There's no shame in losing to Pepper X. Come on, guys, there's no shame in losing to this deadly biochemical weapon.
No, there's no shame to it. It's just a terrible, terrible decision in your life.
It's a bad idea.
Yes, but that's how we learn.
That is how we learn. And you know how else we learn?
By going to see Hanny?
Bingo, bango, bongo.
Awesome.
辣椒的辣味来自辣椒素，那这种物质含量越高，辣度就越强。为了培育 X 辣椒 ，Ed Curry 他必须让辣椒尽可能含有更多的辣椒素，他就把一种不知名的辣椒跟曾经是世界最辣的辣椒杂交培育，终于达成目标。Winnie 老师他就开玩笑说，这是 biochemical weapon， 它是生化武器。好，那我们再看课文单字 substance 这个名词表示物质。那这边有两个重点，第一个是双重比较级，它用来表达越怎么样就越怎么样。句型是 the 比较级主词加动词，逗号 the 比较级主词加动词。其中的比较级你可以用形容词、副词的比较级，或者是去表示数量的词。举例来说 ，The earlier you start saving, the sooner you can reach your goals. 你越早开始存钱，就能越快达成目标。那第二个重点是表达尽可能的句型。第一个是可以用 as 形容词 as 或者是 as 副词 as 后面接 possible 或者是接 one can 或 one could。那再来，我们可以把这个形容词或副词把它换成是 many 复数可数名词，或者是 much 不可数名词。那我们来看两个例句。第一个例句是 He tried to stay as calm as he could。他试着尽量保持冷静。第二个例句 We want to visit as many places as possible。我们想尽可能多参观一些地方。那这句话课文中。
All right, thank you so much, Hanny. We've learned a lot.
Yes.
And I kind of was going into this article kind of excited. I said, maybe I'm going to, learn about a new pepper. I'm going to, kind of inch my way closer to eating chilies again. And all this did was just make me even more scared.
I mean, it's good to be scared, right?
That's true.
People have actually gotten seriously sick
Yes.
from eating some of these peppers. You have to be very careful when you're using them, even the normal ones.
Yeah.
Like the bird's eye chili.
Right.
That
Some people touch their eyes.
If you I did that once. I was cutting some, and then I thought I washed my hands. About half an hour later, I put my contacts in. Oh boy, my eyes were spicy. So no, really, seriously, if you are using these, any pepper, cutting them, chopping them, cooking with them, wash your hands very well with soap and water.
Yeah.
Don't just rinse them because it's the oil in the seeds, right?
Yes.
So do be careful. Do not do this just because it might be fun. Because you could end up really not feeling well at all.
Yes.
But hey, if you like spicy stuff, now you know where to go.
Yeah.
Okay, Pepper X. All right.
LIVEABC does not condone the usage of Pepper X.
No, but they do condone having an ice cream, which is what we're going to do right now.
We are going to do that.
See you soon, guys. Take care. Bye.
You're sweating, tears streaming down your cheeks. Your mouth is on fire, and the pain won't go away, no matter how much milk you drink. You've just eaten Pepper X, the hottest chili in the whole world. Just how on earth can anything be that spicy? I was feeling the heat for 3.5 hours. Then the cramps came. Those cramps are horrible. That's the voice of Ed Curry, the creator of Pepper X, describing the first time he tasted his invention. Pepper X measures an average of 2.693 million Scoville heat units, SHU. For comparison, bird's eye chilies, used in lots of Southeast Asian cuisines, average between 50,000 and 100,000 SHU. Chilies get their spiciness from a substance called capsaicin. The more capsaicin a chili contains, the hotter it will be. To create Pepper X, Curry needed to pack as much capsaicin into it as he could. He did this by crossbreeding an unknown chili with the Carolina Reaper, formerly the hottest chili in the world. The result is something few people can handle. So don't blame yourself for sweating, crying, and desperately drinking milk. There's no shame in losing to Pepper X.
最后，我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。单字的部分有 pepper 名词，表示辣椒、甜椒或胡椒，这胡椒是包含辣椒属还有胡椒科植物。再来 sweat 动词，它表示流汗、出汗。horrible 可以形容很糟糕的、令人不快的、可怕的、恐怖的。comparison 这个名词则表示比较、对照。substance 名词表示物质。文法的部分，第一个学到 on earth 表示到底究竟，第二个学到双重比较级的句型是 the 比较级主词加动词，逗号 the 比较级主词加动词。那第三个学到表达尽可能怎么样的句型，你可以用 as 形容词或副词后面接 as possible 或者是 as one can 或 as one could。你也可以把形容词或副词把它换成 many 复数可数名词，或是换成 much 不可数名词。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Hey, 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 it's Kiwi on the street.
I'm Kiki.
And I'm Winnie. You know, after many years of living in Taiwan, I have yet to see a Formosan bear, you know, if you don't include all the mascots.
Well, today we're at the zoo and we're going to see a real-life Formosan bear.
Let's go! Formosan bears are actually solitary, which means they like to be left alone, just like me.
Contrary to popular belief, not all bears have to hibernate. Formosan bears, they don't need to sleep in the wintertime, so they're active all year round.
You'll know it's a Formosan bear when you see that distinct pattern on the front of their chest. It's the shape of a V or a crescent moon, which is why sometimes they call it a lunar bear. Oh, Kiki, the Formosan bear is so cute. Do you think the zoo will know if I steal one?
Of course, there was only one bear in the enclosure. But remember, guys, Formosan bears, they are vulnerable on the conservation list. So we have to make sure we protect these special bears.
That's all we have for today. Remember to follow us on Instagram and send us a DM or an email if there's something you want to say in English but you just don't know how. Kiki, anything else you want to say?
Yeah, let's go and look for Pooh Bear. Oh, wait. Kiwi later!